And I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett,
Here.
Cook,
Here.
Henry,
Here.
Hannett,
Here.
Odenettle,
Here.
Ruben DeSalis,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Speed, Watts,
Here.
Williams, Mayor Ezra.
Here.
City Attorney Beard,
Here.
you have a quorum.
Thank you. Is there a reading of the minutes this evening?
Make a motion to approve as circulated.
Motion made by Alderman Scott, seconded by Alderman Henry. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Presentation of petitions tonight?
No petitions,
Any communications?
no communications.
And their claims are in the hands of the alderman. Is there a motion to pay claims this evening? Alderman Cook, second by Alderman Speed. All those in favor of paying claims, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Under the mayor's report, we have some reappointments. Item number one is the reappointment of Linda Brown to the Board of Managers, Jacksonville Cemeteries, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Is there a motion for Linda? Alderman Scott, second by Alderman Watts. Voice vote? Yeah, reappointment. All those in favor of reappointing Linda, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number two, reappointment of Alan Worrell and Chad Bulkey to the Heritage Cultural Center Board, which is now Jacksonville Area Museum, term to expire January 1st, 2027. Is there a motion for these two individuals? Alderman Scott, second by Alderman Hannett. All those in favor of approving Mr. Worrell and Mr. Bulkey, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number three, the appointment of Lisa Hall to the Heritage Cultural Center Board, term to expire January 1st, 2026. And is there a motion for Ms. Hall? Alderman Watts, second by Alderman Scott. All those in favor of appointing Lisa Hall to the Heritage Cultural Center Board, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And item number four is the resolution approving the revolving loan fund loan to Rick Rolson. And is there a motion? Alderman Scott, second by Alderman Hannett.
Resolve that the revolving loan fund loan application from Rick Rawson in the amount of $100,000 is hereby approved.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Odenettle,
Yes.
Ruben DeSalis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, and Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And this was Treasurer Hopkins' first revolving loan fund paperwork, so she did a good job. Okay, City Attorney's report.
Thank you. First item is second reading of the ordinance amending the Jacksonville liquor ordinance, reducing the number of licenses by 4.
Is there a motion? Alderman Bartlett, second by Alderman Cook.
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville alcoholic beverages ordinance be amended, reducing the total number of licenses by 4.
Any discussion?
Can you share with us what those 4 reductions are?
Maybe. Two of them were colleges, for Lincoln Land and for McMurray College. One was the convenience store over on North Clay, Fresh Start, I believe. And I can email you once I take another look at it.
No, it's not the one.
It was a restaurant somewhere. Or was it, a convenience store or something? Yeah, I don't remember that. We did have them last week.
Was that a motion? No. I guess so. All right, and we're ready. You okay, Lori?
Got a motion.
We had a motion, second.
We are. We already did.
Yep.
Okay, so I'd ask the clerk to please call roll.
Second reading, right?
Yes,
Second reading.
second reading.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Odenhill,
Yes.
Ruben DeSalis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Second item is a first reading and more editing the Jacksonville Municipal Code concerning the garbage and refuse ordinance.
Okay, is there a motion for this? Alderman Henry, second by Alderman Ruben DeSalis.
We'd ordained that the Jacksonville Municipal Code, Chapter 12, Garbage and Refuse, be amended, providing for a certified mechanical inspection of all vehicles as part of the waste hauler ordinance.
Any discussion?
Sorry. I get why we're doing it, but so I get why we have to do it for tonight, but do you think we should look at changing the ordinance more regarding this says it has to display a sticker, so who's gonna put the sticker and who's gonna inspect them? You know what
I know exactly what you're getting at.
because if it's just words, but there's nothing to back it up.
I believe the bigger trucks have to have the sticker in their window, or you get a ticket for it. Like, it's required to be on, in the front window corner.
Who does it?
You used to have to take it to different places, Neil Tire, or every year the bigger vehicles have to be certified.
So automatically.
And then
It's
you
not
can get a
something
ticket, you
that
can
we
get a
have to
ticket,
do.
right, you can get a ticket for it.
So it's through IDOT, not through, it's not something that we're requiring, it's something the state requires, depending upon the different tonnage
Our
of a
ordinance
vehicle?
is requiring it though, and it was tied to, because it was tied to the garbage trucks because of the landfill. And Butch was the person, and then his name was, we don't have a landfill, it was just, actually Joey Buster caught it,
Okay.
because he's wondering, where do I take my vehicles now? You know, so Neil Tire, and there's a few other places, not here in town, but that do exactly what Aaron is talking about. And that certification would work just fine for our
That's
for our
basically what
purposes.
we're relying on.
Any question? I understand what you're trying to, but I think it might tie into maybe getting the state certification if you have a local, maybe, I don't know.
Well, and if we're requiring it, we say we're requiring it, but we don't ask for
No,
which
we don't-
trucks
we
are on
don't
our
ask.
streets and
No,
which
we don't.
vehicles have the sticker.
No, we do too. We get a list. If you take a look at the ordinance itself, it tells you everything that you need to have for that, for that business. And those vehicles have cars and things like that, the taxi cars.
Right.
But they're all listed. We get a list of the trucks, the years, the make, the model, and everything, and then each one of them is required to have that certification.
So GFL will supply that to you.
Yeah.
So you do get it, okay. Very good. Any further discussion? I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
And then we provide the sticker that goes in there too. They get two stickers. They'll get that one that he's talking about, and then the city permit sticker to drive on city streets.
See, I didn't know we had a sticker.
Ask and you shall receive.
Okay.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Hannick,
Yes.
Odenhill,
Yes.
Ruben DeSalis. Yes. Scott,
Yes.
Speed, and Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Very good. We're all,
First
gonna-
reading.
before we leave tonight, we're all gonna get a sticker. Okay? That's, or at least next meeting. City clerk's report.
You received these items in via email. If you have any questions on any of them, the Community Development Department report, the cash receipts report for the clerk, General Fund Budget Report, and the General Fund Revenue Analysis Report for December 31, 2022. That also goes off of the, what I was talking about earlier in the meeting. You get a revenue, where our revenues come from and where they're at as far as the budget's concerned. Any questions, just let me know. Send me an email. I'll get right back to you.
Any public comment? Nick, you got a box there? You got any comment? You're good? Okay. Okay. Consent agenda items tonight. Finance, IT, and personnel. Alderman Cook.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have three items tonight. First is the city treasurer's report, which was in the Alderman's folder. Number two is a resolution authorizing payment from the general fund for services rendered. And the final item is the resolution authorizing renewal of services and accepting proposal for revised software systems for website updates and redesign.
Okay, Planning, or Parks and Lakes, Alderman Large Oldnow.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have one item this evening, resolution authorizing execution of agreement for the operation of concessions at the Links Golf Course.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have 3 items. The first being resolution authorizing assignment of lien to the Two Rivers Land Bank. The second item is a resolution authorizing waiver of advertisement for bids and accepting proposal for Phase 1 of the municipal building upgrades. And the third item is the resolution adopting the community revitalization plan developed by the Illinois Housing Development Authority.
Good. Public Protection, Alderman Bartlett.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have one item tonight, a motion requesting the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to hire 2 probationary hosmen for the Jacksonville Fire Department.
And Utility, Alderman Watts.
We have one item, and it is resolution authorizing payments from the Waterworks and Sewage Protection Fund for services rendered improvement projects, and I so move.
Okay, you've heard the items under the consent agenda tonight. Is there any items you wish to pull for further? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Second, Alderman Scott. You've heard the items. Is there any which you wish to pull? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Odenental,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, and Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Committee reports tonight. Planning and Public Works, Alderman Scott.
All right, we have 6 items. First being the first reading of an ordinance with emergency clause, amending the Jacksonville zoning ordinance, Article 4, District Regulations, Sections 4.13-3, B3, Limited Business District, Special Uses.
And you'll motion on the.
So move on the emergency clause.
Yeah, is there a second on the emergency clause? Alderman Bartlett? And I would ask the clerk to please call roll on the emergency clause.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Odenental,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, and Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now,
Second reading of an ordinance with emergency clause, amending the Jacksonville zoning ordinance, Article 4, District Regulations, Section 4.13-3, B3, Limited Business District, Special Uses. And I so move.
And is there a second? Alderman Watts?
Be it ordained that Article 4 District Regulations, Section 4.13-3B3 of the Business District Special Uses be amended, adding as a special use under that district kennels with the requirements that meet all state requirements. No kennel shall be located within 275 feet of a residential structure. Exterior walls must be solid concrete or have a full brick facade. A maximum of 25 dogs or pets are allowed in the kennel. No dog runs allowed, and all kennels subject to the performance standards set forth in 5.13.
Discussion? I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Watts,
Yes.
Speed, Scott,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis,
Yes.
Odenental,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, our second item is the first reading of an ordinance with emergency clause, amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 409 Massey Lane from B3 to B3 with special use. And I so move on the use of emergency clause.
Is there a second? Alderman Cook? And I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Watts,
Yes.
Speed, Scott,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis,
Yes.
Odenental,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Cook. And Bartlett.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
We have the second reading of an ordinance with emergency clause amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 409 Massey Lane from B3 to B3 with special use, and I so move.
Is there a second? Alderman Henry?
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 409 Massey Lane be amended, change the district from B3 to B3 with special use for use as a dog kennel.
Any discussion? I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Got it there. Bartlett.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Odental.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis. Scott.
Yes.
Speed. Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And our third item is the second reading of an ordinance amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 340 West College Avenue from B3 to B3 with special use, and I so move.
Is there a second? Alderman Bartlett?
Excuse me. Be it ordained that the Jacksonville zoning map be amended, changing the use classification at 340 West College from B3 to B3 with special use permit.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Odental.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis. Scott.
Yes.
Speed. Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Our fourth item is the second reading of an ordinance amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 1110 Westmoreland Avenue from B3 to B3 with special use, and I so move.
Okay, is there a second? Alderman Henry?
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville zoning map be amended for the property located at 1110 West Morton Avenue, change the use classification from B3 to B3 with a special use permit.
Any discussion? Yes. I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Watts.
Yes.
Speed. Scott.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis. Odental.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Our fifth item is the second reading of an ordinance amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 1775 West Walnut Street from M1-B3 to B4, and I so move.
Is there a second? Alderman Henry?
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville zoning map be amended for the property located at 1775 West Walnut Street, changing the use classification from M1 and B3 to B4, General Business District.
Good, any discussion? I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Odental.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis. Scott.
Yes.
Speed.
Yes.
Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Item 6 has been tabled. And our seventh item is the first reading of an ordinance amending the Jacksonville zoning map for property located at 873 North Prairie Street from R2 to R2 with special use, and I so move.
Is there a second? Alderman Speed?
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville zoning map be amended for the property located at 873 North Prairie Street, changing the use classification from R2, one-family dwelling district, to R2 with special use permit.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Odental.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis. Scott.
Yes.
Speed.
Yes.
And Watts.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Very good. Any old business tonight? Old business? Yeah, skip.
Just want to bring it out on the trash service, just to reiterate to the public and radio station, please, that they are presently picking up the old containers. They are also picking up the containers of people who have opted out of the program. Those people that have opted out weren't in business with GFL in the first place. They all have other avenues of getting rid of their garbage through the mother, father, sister, brother, farm, stuff like that. But I just want to make sure that the public knows that they are currently working as best they can to try to get these picked up and off the streets. Whenever someone calls my office, I ask them to please take them out of the street. And it's probably best to lay them on their side, because if there's a good wind come up, they'll blow them right back in the street. So it's best to do that. But we've had a lot of phone calls in my office. We're taking care of them, and you know, we're going forward. But it was rushed. We knew it was going to be rushed. They wanted to go till May, and we said no. We need it January 1. So that's why we're in the predicament that we are today. But we are working through it, and I've got a pretty good contact at the Jacksonville office, so we get along pretty good. So please, if you have anybody talk to you about the rates or anything like that, have them call my office. We're more than happy to explain everything to them if we can.
Very good. Any other old business? Any new business tonight?
Kinda new. This is a pretty impressive piece of work that Brian's been working on, and thank you. Can't wait to read it all. But thank you for your hard work on it. So, I mean, you've obviously got a lot of things going on, so nice job.
Good.
I'll keep this quick. As representative for Jacksonville Main Street, I am the head of the design committee, and one of the things that is on the top of our list this year that has been suggested by a multitude of our local businesses is to help make sure that our downtown parking lots are clean, well done, and all that sort of thing, because there is a parking issue, and we all know about it. One lot in particular that I want to start off with is the one on Morgan Street. I think everyone is pretty aware that there is an empty lot and there's a actual parking lot. I know that is a city lot, and we would like to suggest that maybe we can take that to be the first in our line of getting it like painted and making sure that the lights work. I'm sure everybody's aware that the vault in the backside of the plaza just recently opened. That's going to bring a whole new string of businesses and people to visit that and partake. The front shops will be open soon. The old Denny Jewelry building is getting underway for a new business. So that little section of the square is going to be pretty busy, and we know there's going to be probably a parking issue. So if we can have the closest lot that's being not used at all to just consider, getting it painted and getting it just usable, a couple of signs here and there. That would be greatly appreciated. That's just my personal recommendation.
Yep.
Item 2, if you've not noticed, Main Street has a brand new book depicting our amazing downtown. If you'd like a copy, please see me. If you want to check it out, I have a whole box over here, so appreciate it.
Very good. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. All right. Any other new business?
One other item just brought to my attention, it was talked about earlier. All trash bills will be delivered to the owner of the property. They are not going to be on the water bill. They never were, and so, please squash that if we possibly can. It's caused some problems too. Thank you, sorry.
No, you're fine. Right, Alderman Cook, seconded by Alderman Watts, the Georgia. Fair job.
You're welcome. No, thank you. I meant to mention that earlier. I just, worried about all